Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look, we are seeing XRP seeing some really interesting price action over the last couple of days. You guys will know that when we zoom out to the 5-day chart, we've seen that rather large rally taking us all the way from about 290 all the way up to these highs that we've seen around about 337, 340. So we've seen some really large increases, and over the past day, it looks like things are down slightly. Now, understandably, I think a lot of this comes from people simply taking profits. I mean, you kind of would. And in the past month, you can see that this rise is actually quite significant. But we're going to be looking at everything today, as well as sharing some news with you, which we'll get onto right now. If you enjoy this video, by the way, make sure to like and subscribe. So we have this article published from, yesterday, and it speaks about XRP news. Ripple releasing 1 billion XRP from their escrow after delayed trigger transaction. So Ripple released 1 billion XRP from escrow on the 9th of August 2025 via 3 tranches after delayed trigger transaction. Most XRP was relocked into new escrow accounts, maintaining market stability. This is important, and aligning with Ripple's supply management strategy. CTO David Schwartz clarified the mechanism, emphasizing the on-chain escrow mechanics and the importance of on-chain transparency. Analysts noted the limited price volatility, reinforcing Ripple's approach to balance supply demand dynamics and regulatory expectations. Now, this is obviously important. Anyway, on the 9th of August 2025, XRP executed the release of 1 billion XRP from its escrow accounts on the XRP ledger, marking a scheduled but slightly delayed transaction in the company's ongoing escrow management process. So the release occurred in 3 tranches: 500 million, 100 million, and 400 million XRP, distributed through Ripple's controlled accounts. So the timing of these releases was attributed to a trigger transaction which caused an on-chain appearance to the release on the 9th of August rather than the first date of the month. Ripple CTO David Schwartz clarified the mechanism, explaining that while the escrow releases at the scheduled first day of each month, they only appear on the blockchain after triggering the transaction. So the delayed visibility raised questions with the XRP community, particularly regarding transparency of on-ledger transactions. However, market stability was maintained as a significant portion of XRP was relocked into the new escrow accounts shortly after the transaction. This practice aligns with Ripple's historical approach to managing circulating supply, aiming to prevent sudden liquidity surges that could disrupt market dynamics. Financial analysts noted this pattern results in typical limited price volatility, reinforcing the company's strategy to balance supply and demand. The event also underscored the importance of on-chain transparency in managing digital assets. Ripple's consistent approach to escrow mechanics, where large quantities of XRP are periodically released and relocked, has been instrumental to maintaining stakeholder trust and providing stability in token management. Any deviations from this routine, however, could draw regulatory attention, particularly if such actions influence the broader market supply dynamics. CTO Schwartz reiterated the core mechanics of the escrow system remain unchanged. So that might be some important information for you guys to pay attention to here, because we've been hearing a lot of stuff about this, a lot of different opinions about this, and a lot of people taking this in ways that perhaps just is not right. However, this is the reality of it, right? I think this article actually breaks it down fairly nicely, which is why I obviously wanted to bring this to your attention. So that is the reality of the situation. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about it, some not the most accurate, to be honest, and this, I think, really sums it up very, very nicely. So that is part of the story. At the same time, like I say, we have seen that brief decline in the price of XRP. You're going to be seeing prices falling from about 360 roughly, going as low as where we are now. Actually, we've gone a little bit lower, round about to the mark of 317, so a little bit lower than now. And the question for, of course, today and the upcoming week is if these levels can hold. Now, of course, we need to think about how things are going. After the recent XRP SEC case, a lot of people are taking profits. Do bear in mind that, again, zooming into that 5-day chart, zooming into that 1-month chart even, we've seen a relatively big rally, from the 2nd of August to where we are now, or even zoom out even a bit further. If you zoom out from really about July to where we are now, or where we've just been, at least even now, to be honest, I think it's inevitable that some people will want to take profits at these points. We've seen such a large increase in price. It's just very likely. It was always going to be very likely. So this is kind of what we're seeing here now. And I don't think that is not to be expected. I think this was always going to happen. So we're going to be seeing this. I think this is just normal. I think we're going to see this continue. And at the same time, the question is what happens next? Well, again, I think that when it comes to technicals, there's a few levels that I am looking for. Again, we're trying to initially hold above that 316, 317 mark. Below that, we could be looking to drop as low as a 305 mark, 308 mark, because that has been a previous support here and here, also a resistance here. If we can hold up there, that's good. If not, potentially down to the $2 range yet again. On the upside, we're looking to break past previous day highs, 330, 338, and again, obviously past that, we could be looking to go as high as 350, 358 and past there. So that is the key levels to look for. Of course, like I always say, guys, I give you the levels that I'm paying attention to on a technical standpoint. I give you the fundamental facts that I'm paying attention to. And of course, it's for you guys to make your own opinions up as to what you think will actually happen. But there's some of the key levels that I'm looking for. There's some of the key facts which I wanted to bring to your attention. Because like I say, a lot of people potentially seeing this in a way which is just not the way things really are. So I wanted to bring this to your attention today. But yeah, I think here things are very promising. I think things are very interesting. I think this drop that we've seen was, in my opinion, just an inevitability with people wanting to take profits. The question is, how does this hold up into the next day? On the next couple of days? Well, they're the key levels that I'm looking for. I'll leave you guys, of course, to make your own opinions in the comments. Thank you so much for your time. If you enjoyed the video, of course, make sure to give it a like, subscribe and share it. And I hope I'll see you again. Goodbye.